Hello, my name is Keshwani. There's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 173. Please turn to page number 173. Today is our lesson number 169. The very last problem on the page, number 154. It says that a club collected exactly $599. A club collected $599 from its member. We are told that each member contributed at least $12, minimum of $12. Everybody gave a minimum of $12, some gave more than that, obviously. Question simply is, what is the greatest number of people in the club that is possible, given the fact that we collected exactly $599 and given the fact that everybody gave at least $12? Let's see what we can do here. Well, what we need to understand here is that, so here's the solution. What we need to understand here is that if you were to divide 600 by 12, assuming that we collected $600, not $599, because 600 is easier to divide by 12, and if we were to assume that everybody gave exactly $12, then how many 12 in a 60? 60 has 5 12, and then how many 12 in a 0? 0 has no 12. So 600 divided by 12 is 50. What this tells us is that if everybody were to give exactly $12, and if we had collected $600, not $599, we would have had exactly 50 people. But if 50 people each gave at least $12, but if we had 50 people and if 50 people had each given, this is a hypothetical statement, you understand? If we in fact did have 50 people, and if 50 people each gave at least $12, we would have had a minimum of $600, not $599. One more time. If we in fact did have 50 people, because that's what this tells us, 600 divided by 12 is 50. So if we in fact did have 50 people in the club, and given the fact that everybody gave at least $12, then we would have had a minimum of $600. But we are told that we only have $599. That tells us that we must have at most 49 people, not 50 people. Question was, what is the greatest number of contributor in the club? The answer is 49. So that was more of an intuitive way of doing the problem. If you insist on doing this thing mathematically, here's the mathematical way. This is how we would do it. We know that everybody gave at least $12, so let's write that as 12 plus. In other words, either 12 or something more than that, times the number of people, and we are told that that equals 599. And therefore, the number of people must equal 599 divided by something more than 12. Well, first of all, top is not 600, it is 599. That in itself, 599 divided by 12 would have been less than 50, given the fact that it is not only 599 instead of 600, but in addition to that, we are dividing it by something more than 12, because everybody gave at least 12. Therefore, this quantity, whatever it is, has got to be less than 50. Less than 50. And the greatest integer that we're going to find, it has to be an integer because we're talking about people, the greatest integer that we can find, less than 50, is 49. So that was more of a mechanical way of doing this thing, more of a arithmetic way of doing this thing, and this was more of an intuitive way of doing this thing. The answer is C. The answer is 49. The largest number of people that we can have is 49. Not 50, not 51. And the other answer choices that they have there, 43 and 44, God only knows where they're coming from. That's for the people who are sitting there and dividing 49 by 12, I think. I have no idea. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.